Hello, my name is Chris, and today I just want to remind you that if you are stressed out right now and thinking of smoking, then that cigarette you're thinking of smoking isn't going to do anything for you. Every day I read messages from people and I look at conversations online and overhear people talking about their quit process. And people say, I quit smoking and I was doing so well, and then I got really, really stressed out, and that's when I reached for a cigarette, and that's when I relapsed. But out of the hundreds and thousands of messages like that I have seen, I have not yet seen one person say, I was stressed out and I had a cigarette, and now do you know what? I feel so much better. The stress has gone away and everything is solved. Not one time have I ever seen that. Because it won't. There are no amount of cigarettes in the world that can make stress go away. There are no amount of cigarettes that can turn a red light to green. There are no amount of cigarettes that can make an arsehole boss stop being an arsehole. There are no amount of cigarettes in the world that can change anything. It's why we see people chain smoking when they've had some big tragic news or something really terrible has happened, because they've got this idea in mind that smoking relieves stress. So this really stressful, traumatic thing happens. They go, okay, I'm stressed, I need to have a cigarette. The cigarette will help with the stress. So they have the cigarette and it doesn't help at all. Oh my goodness, I'm still super stressed. I'm so stressed, this must be a 2-cigarette job. So they have another cigarette, and then they're still just as stressed. So then they have a third, and a fourth, and a fifth. And on that chain smoking goes. Smoke a whole pack of cigarettes, and the stress is still there, and the cause of the stress is still there. And of course, we know, one of the main things that people quote from the Alan Carr book all the time is that the only relief we get from smoking is a temporary relief from the withdrawal symptoms caused by the last cigarette. We have all our original stress, and then we've got these nicotine withdrawals caused by our last cigarette, so we have a cigarette to relieve those withdrawals. That cigarette causes more withdrawals. We need another cigarette to get over that. And all we're doing is relieving those symptoms of nicotine addiction, not our actual stress. So even though life is tough right now, even though life is super stressful, there's no need to add to that stress with the remorse and the, oh shit, what have I done, of having a cigarette. Because that's what I tend to see. I don't see people saying, I was really stressed and I had a cigarette and I felt better. I tend to see people say, I was stressed and I had a cigarette and now I keep beating myself up and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? And I'll never do this. And people feel bad about it. So you don't need to add that on top of your original stress. And where possible, we can look at the source of the stress and say, what is the practical thing that I can do to either change or accept this stressful situation? What is the best thing that I can do to take care of myself and stop this stress from completely overwhelming me and destroying me? Because we can't always get rid of all sources of stress in the world. There is stress every day for every person. But we don't have to smoke on them. We don't have to self-sabotage and make everything worse. We can say, okay, yeah, this situation sucks, it's stressful, but I can take some time out to just go be in nature, do some exercise, go and have a bath. I can go and talk to my friends, or just go and sit in a coffee shop and read a book, or do whatever is good for my soul and that just helps me to alleviate stress for just a little bit of time. Finally, if you are really stressed right now, I'll refer you back to a video I posted a couple of weeks ago. It is my first ever self-hypnosis, guided meditation, guided relaxation video made as part of my hypnotherapy course, which a lot of people have said have found really helpful in just helping them to just take some time for themselves and de-stress for a little bit of time. So link to that in the card above, in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, but not before I remind you that I did write a book about quitting smoking. It's called Quit Smoking and Be Happy, available in print and ebook form. Again, link in the description below, or go to chrisscoyles.com/book. For more support on quitting smoking, please do come and join our wonderful community, Finding Freedom, where there are people at all stages of their quit process, from day 1 to day 1000, supporting each other through the process. You can join us at facebook.com/findingfreedom1. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.